The Black Ops 7 situation is crazy. The Call of Duty Black Ops 7 gameplay reveal trailer was shown at Gamescom, and it is getting absolutely dislike bombed. It's looking like the 2016 Infinite Warfare trailer all over again.
So with this game, it looks like it's shaping up to be Infinite Warfare all over again. And what I mean by that is not necessarily with the gameplay design or anything, but more so with the community reception to this. Not only does it appear that a lot of people have already made their mind up about this game, despite the fact that they haven't tried it yet and they've just seen the trailers for it, just like what we saw with Infinite Warfare, but on top of that, like I said, there's a Battlefield game coming out this year.
But also, I just want to do a quick reminder, this to me, as a classic COD guy, is really reminding me of the Infinite Warfare release. Infinite Warfare was disliked to high heavens when that game came out.
I don't think I have ever been so concerned at the reveal of a Call of Duty game. Maybe since Infinite Warfare, but I kind of knew when I first saw Infinite Warfare that it was going to be bad. However, this game, Black Ops 7, I don't feel that way. I don't feel like we're going into something that's going to be completely terrible.
Unknown. Unidentified settlement ships. You are moving into a restricted
They have laser fire. We're f***ing fire. Data guns are attacking our airship.
This is a full-blown invasion.
Oh my god.
They want you afraid. Fear makes you easier to control. It's time to wake up.
We are getting breaking news out of Switzerland.
Geneva has suffered a massive attack.
Spectre 1, report. Need a sit rep.
This isn't real.
The hell it ain't!
Death count continues to rise, and there's no end in sight.
This is Top Cat Sovereign. Divert and deploy all available assets immediately.
Your streets shall once again run red with your blood.
Menendez is a terrorist. We're bringing peace and security to the world.
He refuses to let me go.
Let's get to the tower. Go! My soldiers, push forward! Let me make our situation absolutely clear. We are now at war with the Settlement Defense Front. Godspeed, captains.
You got eyes on this, Reyes?
Affirmative. Let's get in there.
So eager to leave, Daddy.
Killing the man is a hell of a lot easier than killing the idea.
You were never cut out to be a Mason.
No more games. This ends now.
Get the Reznov Challenge Pack when you pre-order now.
Maybe since Infinite Warfare, but I kind of knew when I first saw Infinite Warfare that it was going to be bad. However, this game, Black Ops 7, I don't feel that way. I don't feel like we're going into something that's going to be completely terrible.
So with this game, it looks like it's shaping up to be
Infinite Warfare trailer all over again.
Holy buzzwords, Batman. Hi guys, Mattsuki here. Today I wanted to discuss the whole Black Ops 7 is just like Infinite Warfare for real guys bull squat. It feels like a bunch of COD fanboys are saying this in retaliation to Battlefield 6's positive reception, and I'm not just talking about YouTubers, I'm talking about Twitter users too. I feel like I saw this on Twitter first, and then YouTubers started really parroting it. And I say parroting because it's the most basic surface level analysis I've ever seen. Guys, Infinite Warfare was dislike bombed. Guys, Battlefield 6 is releasing in the same year again as COD. Like, oh brother, give me a break. Is that it? So yeah, today we're gonna go over why this is not an Infinite Warfare 2.0 situation. We are gonna explore the nuances here. It's not like it's the first time I've done this either. I did this 2 years ago. I'll leave the video at the end of this video so you guys can watch it later. But yes, let's get into what the Infinite Warfare hate was about for its time. So I've divided this up into 3 different main talking points the community was using for its time, and point number 1 is that jetpacks were returning for a 3rd time in a row. We had exosuits in Advanced Warfare, jetpacks in BO3, and then once again, we were getting them again in Infinite Warfare. Infinite Warfare's reveal trailer was strictly for its campaign, and there just so happened to be one tiny little snippet of jetpack usage, and fans went ballistic on that, holding it under a microscope. So yeah, content creators blew this out of proportion, and this was before anyone had seen any multiplayer gameplay with it at all. Unfortunately, if they had seen it and had gotten their hands on it, they would have seen that it was more boots on the ground friendly. Where Advanced Warfare felt jolty and teleporty, and BO3 felt floaty, and you could jetpack really high vertically. Infinite Warfare, on the other hand, felt more compact, and its jetpacks were a bit more slow than BO3's. And while, yes, you can get up to really high heights on Infinite Warfare maps, the vertical acceleration of those jetpacks was not as, I guess, powerful as Black Ops 3's. Now, this is not the same case for Black Ops 7, as we have seen gameplay for Black Ops 7. We got a somewhat small snippet of gameplay revealed to us at the same time as this reveal trailer. And on one hand, while there is jetpacks in this reveal trailer, it apparently is only in the campaign from what I've heard, what the community has been saying. I'm not really sure why. I think it was had to do with the content creators get flown out. Maybe they revealed that information. I'm not really sure where that came from, but that's what they're saying. It's only for campaign, not for multiplayer. And then on the other hand, in multiplayer, we have this new little ability called wall jumping, which was something that I had really wanted to see in Call of Duty last year. While reacting to one of the Black Ops 6 COD Next events, this is literally the idea I had that I just came up with on the spot.
I want to go back to advanced movement, man.
It's created a lot of work for us.
Yeah. And also, like, in Infinite Warfare, like, you know, chaining a slide to a hop into a wall to then jump off that wall, like, that feels sick. Bring that back to like even boots on the ground, like, that'd be sick too. Basically, what I'm asking is make Infinite Warfare's tactical mosh pit into an actual modern Call of Duty. That'd be sick. Even if they just brought back not even wall running, but just like jumping off a wall, that would be so cool to have in a boots on the ground game, like for action hero stuff. Like, imagine being able to just like run and then double tap the jump button when you get close to a wall, so you do like a double the height jump, right?
So yeah, cool. I think it's really awesome to actually finally see it in COD. It's just, after watching the reveal trailer and the gameplay, it doesn't seem like they've implemented it very creatively into the Black Ops 7 maps. But hey, we'll just have to see more gameplay and then we'll have to judge it then at a later date, okay? As of right now, it doesn't look that promising. Next up, another heavy hitter of the Infinite Warfare bandwagon was the futuristic setting Burnout, or I should say apparent Burnout. I found this incredibly ridiculous, dumb, stupid, pick another synonym if you'd like, as Infinite Warfare was probably and still is the most unique and innovative COD for its genre, for its setting. I don't buy any of the futuristic Burnout. What I think actually happened back then was a craving for the old Call of Duty games, a craving for a modern shooter, a World War II shooter, which is a very different thing from futuristic Burnout. For there to be a futuristic Burnout, you would have to have more of the same thing. And now I went over this in my previous video on Infinite Warfare and why it didn't deserve the hate. Go watch it later. Again, self-promotion. But long story short, space is its own genre. It's not virtual reality, it's not advanced warfare, or like just slightly futuristic with exosuits, it's not apocalyptic, and it's not Black Ops 2 futuristic either. Which, by the way, was a really respected game for its time, and still is regarded as one of the best Call of Duty games ever made. Now, on the other hand, with Black Ops 7, yeah, this is not a Burnout situation. This is actually demanding a theme to be retained in Black Ops 7. The futuristic theme, ironically, right? Where Infinite Warfare was apparently hated for its futuristic theme, the robot dogs or whatever people called the synaptic rig. It is stupid. That looks nothing like a dog, it just runs on all fours. Whereas that was bashed in Infinite Warfare, it is now praised upon with Black Ops 7. People want to see this throughout the entire year. I've seen a lot of people, including myself, that have praised the Black Ops 7 robot that resembles an Infinite Warfare sort of looking robot, right? People dig this, I dig this. But I know it's not gonna happen now because guess what? We already know now through confirmation, official confirmation, that this theme is not gonna be retained after Season 1, which is about like 2 or 3 weeks after the game drops. Because all of those Black Ops 6 skins with carry forward, they're all coming forward to Black Ops 7. What do you frickin' do? No one's excited. People want something to sink their teeth into. And unfortunately for Infinite Warfare, I think that was a situation of people not knowing what they had until it was gone. Infinite Warfare and Black Ops 7 are not the same. Also, hello there, this is Mattsuki from the future. A new talking point has surfaced. And I'd like to go over it now in the video because it's sort of related to the whole futuristic tone and vibe. So I've brought you all to the Charlie Intel Twitter page where he released this tweet reading, while there is valid complaints over some aspects of Black Ops 7, the complaints over the futuristic theme will probably result in Activision only allowing past/modern set Call of Duty titles for the next several years, just like what happened after Infinite Warfare. So yeah, I have several issues with this. I believe it is one, fear-mongering, and if you guys don't know what that means, it just means the action of deliberately arousing public fear or alarm about a particular issue. And I think that this tweet has a bit more impact on the COD community than people think. Like, my friend, one of my online friends, not really friend, but, you know, just online acquaintance, Xpert Fusion, he made a whole video going over this apparent Activision is seeing the complaints of futuristic, so we're not gonna have any more futuristic CODs in the upcoming years. It's just like Infinite Warfare.
The Call of Duty Black Ops 7 gameplay reveal trailer got the most amount of hate I've seen for a new COD trailer since Infinite Warfare's campaign reveal. Now, the last thing that could be causing a lot of the hatred is something that I disagree with entirely, and I think that people who are hating on the game for this, I mean, you know, we're all entitled to our own opinions, but I just personally don't understand, and that is the setting itself, the futuristic setting, the insane sci-fi feel that this game is going for within its trailer.
Let's see if he has any examples.
I don't understand why people are so against Call of Duty doing something even slightly different with its setting. I'm a big defender of Call of Duty sticking to its roots when it comes to its gameplay foundation.
Alright, me too, I'd say so. I like snappy gameplay, lane-based maps.
A 6v6 arena
6v6, yep.
Not go outside of that too much if it wants to do something.
Agreed.
But when it comes to the setting and the aesthetic and the overall theme of the game, why in the hell would I want that to be the exact same every single year? Why?
I mean, you're spitting facts, man.
You want 20 Call of Duties in a row that do nothing but the same modern military aesthetic?
Hell no.
That will literally kill the franchise in 3 years because
it's going to be actual fatigue. This is what real fatigue is that he's describing.
That makes sense. I mean, personally, I prefer the futuristic setting, so I can totally
understand.
Me
too. I love the futuristic.
Even though I loved Infinite Warfare, I was sitting there going, man, I wish they went and did something else this year because we've seen so many futuristic games in a row.
What, you mean like Modern Warfare Remastered? What?
way.
They did. They went to MWR that same year. What do you mean?
But I really wanted a futuristic game again because it's been so long since we've had it. And once Black Ops 7 was announced that it was going to be semi-futuristic, I was so excited. And
me too.
And then the year after that, the current rumor is that Sledgehammer is going to be doing another modern era game. So we're not going to be jumping into a bunch of futuristic games in a row. This is a one-off thing. Why can't you just accept that? I honestly don't understand why people are so worked up about it. It makes no sense to me. And again,
see, like, I don't see anyone.
Totally fine, you can have your own opinions, but what I'm really worried about here is that
I just don't see that being an opinion online. I just have not seen that at all anywhere. Like, I don't see people going, hey, Black Ops 7's gonna be futuristic. Oh no, we're gonna get a bunch of futuristic games now. I don't want it more futuristic. Oh god, no. Like, I don't see any of that anywhere. Not one. Not one comment.
Again, I'm really worried.
Alright, so this is what I was talking about earlier.
And again, to each their own, that's totally fine. You can have your own opinions, but what I'm really worried about here is that it's gonna cause the franchise to never revisit the futuristic era again.
So that is in reference to the Charlie and Tell tweet, 100%.
Because the last time they did something really far out there and futuristic was obviously Infinite Warfare and Black Ops 4, and those games got a lot of hate for their settings as well. So the fact that the first game that they finally decided to go back to that setting...
Did BO4 get hate for its setting? I don't remember that at all. I remember people hating Black Ops 4 for its cartoony face paints and the skins in the battle passes, not the semi-futuristic setting.
Blasted online. I don't think they're ever going to touch this again. I don't think we're ever going to see blasted that they finally decide to go back to that setting. It just gets absolutely blasted online.
Again, I would love to see the examples because to say it's blasted, it's got to be pretty bad, right? Like Infinite Warfare level bad, maybe even just a fraction of it, but it's not.
I don't think they're ever going to touch this again. I don't think we're ever going to see a futuristic setting until maybe like 2032 or...
And that's the sort of fear-mongering that I'm getting out of this tweet from. Like, that's the sort of thing that I feel like this tweet's given people. The fear that we'll never see a futuristic game for at least the next several years. And I also just want to point out that Xpert Fusion did see this too on August 23rd, and his video was released on August 23rd. And to go over his little tweet here too, it says, which is a shame. Call of Duty shouldn't have the same setting each year. It's good to have diversity in aesthetics and themes. I totally 100% agree. Using the same MP5s and M4s every year was getting boring. It's so nice to see futuristic weapons in Black Ops 7. Again, completely agreed, but I feel like this is just, it's a deliberate like rise of fear for the COD community so they can stop talking about some issue and start talking about this issue instead, or, you know, kind of do the whole Infinite Warfare thing here too. Like, guys, Black Ops 7 is going to be just like Infinite Warfare. It's going to be underrated because people are hating it. Like, fuck no. There's no reason to like Black Ops 7 right now, or at least because of the trailer.
They're ever going to touch this again. I don't think we're ever going to see a futuristic setting until maybe like 2032 or something.
Okay, so this is, I guess, a new piece of equipment. I don't like how it deploys at all. Like, that looks...
I don't think...
Like, look how this thing deploys. It just hits the wall and just stands up like that. Like, that's not how gravity works. What? The freaking center raises before the legs are even like touching it. And then, yeah, it's got like a laser on it, so it kind of reminds me of the Infinite Warfare micro turret, right? It's probably gonna shoot enemy players. And the only difference is that this one sticks to surfaces, whereas the micro turret, you could only place it on the ground. And yeah, I guess specialists were also leaked to come back with this new game, but I don't know if we're really seeing much more for new abilities with these specialists, which is kind of startling, right? If you want to count that little new micro turret rate. Again, this was something that people really hated in Infinite Warfare. The micro turret definitely needed a nerf.
That's insane.
It was just like a free streak that got you kills.
To me, but it's probably going to be the case. They are afraid of doing it now because people just don't want it, apparently. And I do think maybe things would be different if Call of Duty wasn't in such a bad state right now, maybe.
So yeah, people apparently don't want it. Let's see if that's even true. All right, so here we are at the comment section. This is 5 days later, and 1 day after Xpert Fusion's video. From a COD player, thank you for making it an easy choice to buy Battlefield 6. You know what, I think Medal of Honor should come back. Not even Master Puppets could save this trailer, like the song. For those watching on your phone, this video is currently at 370k dislikes, so talking about dislikes of the trailer. Black Ops is starting to feel like a Fast and Furious game, so it's just like, I guess, repetitive. This trailer is a perfect summary of everything I hate about COD and not a single thing I like. So again, that's nothing specific about the theme. If Activision reads something like that, well, guess what? They're not gonna think, oh, we can't do futuristic for next year. Nope, that doesn't count. Bro, we literally told you all, no robots, no futuristic setting, no jetpacks, no bundles and skins. What on earth is your management team doing? Are they all smoking? Okay, so this is the first one we have that talking about futuristic setting, right? This was 11 hours ago too, so it probably was after Xpert Fusion's video. Yeah, I guess that's like the first one, right? Let's just keep going here. Best advertisement for Battlefield 6. We got a Battlefield 6. People just say COD is getting too much hate. I personally think they aren't getting enough. Oh, good lord. Yes, that's a great comment right there. Nice to see every COD devs are listening to their own fan base, just making some random garbage. I haven't played Call of Duty since 2012. Thanks for reminding me why. Yeah, you can just sense how excited they are to launch Dora the Explorer and Paw Patrol skins within 1 month of the game's release. So as you can see, I'm pretty sure there's a lot more comments talking about the skins fitting the theme rather than futuristic bad. Oh no. How do you completely ruin a franchise in 5 years? Activision, hold my beer. Showing this trailer to my grandpa. Sorry, grandma. She pre-ordered Battlefield 6 too. Let's go. Guys, I think we owe Battlefield 24 2 an apology. EA is probably going to throw a giant party tonight. Another Battlefield 6 comment there. My expectations were on the floor. You guys brought a shovel. Battlefield 6 for the win. My favorite part is when Nicki Minaj and Lizzo show up and say, "Down with the patriarchy." So stunning and brave. If I wanted to fight robots, I'd just join Helldivers. That could maybe be a futuristic hate comment, but then again, he's just saying I would rejoin the Helldivers, because Helldivers, fantastic video game, would recommend. And it's a game that actually did some innovation to it. It was new, and it got like people in board with its intro cutscene. I can't give that game enough praise for doing like this setting right, for setting the mood in the atmosphere, giving players a reason to hop on and feel like they're fighting for the cause. Like, that shit was cool. Black Ops 7's not really doing any of that, especially with the rise of AI in real life. Like, if they wanted people to get on board, maybe they should have did an anti-AI video game and maybe like rehire those devs that kind of quit, you know what I mean? Because of AI and it taking over their jobs. I expect nothing and they still managed to disappoint. This is the best Battlefield 6 ad I've ever seen. We're not going to talk about how they pulled a somehow Palpatine returned. Oh yes, we are. Menendez, what the fuck? The fact that the first 2 comments have more likes than the trailer is wild. Well, it's actually true. I'll check that out in a second. Thanks for saving me $70. I've not played any COD games in it for a few years. Thanks for reminding me why. This is a great Battlefield 6 ad. This reminds me of a time when Infinite Warfare had to compete against Battlefield 1 2016. History repeats itself. Alright, I like how this game literally seems like a mix of everything about COD that the community has hated over the past decade. Looks like I've spent some time with my family. I'm going to do that. Well done, lads. You've killed the whole franchise. Never in the history of video game system that made me want to play a game lesser. 10% gameplay, 10% cinematics, and 8% bundles. This is why YouTube removed the dislike counter. This trailer is fake because I don't see Peter Griffin running around. Again, guys, we're seeing more about the skins than the setting. I think the setting is fine. I think we are safe. Let's stop the fear-mongering and let's get back to what Call of Duty is supposed to be. Military shooter, okay? Now let's see the top 2 comments here. So the likes the trailer has is at 53K as of now. Let's see what we're at for likes. Okay, so top comments are currently not working because 735 on the Call of Duty pinned post, which is guaranteed to be at the top, has only 735 likes, whereas you got other ones down here. This one has more likes, 82,000. From a COD player, thank you for making it easy to choose Battlefield 6. This actually made me pre-order Battlefield 6. So, like, these ones are beating it by a landslide. Case end point. Let's continue on with the video. Lastly, the third main reason Infinite Warfare's trailer was hated so much was to send a message about Call of Duty releasing yearly and running out of ideas. Now, some of it was for the Jetpacks. People were calling it a clone of Black Ops 3 just because of that little snippet of gameplay. But on the much bigger hand, this was due to the general online meme culture. Yes, this wasn't just COD fans, this was everybody at the time. It was the most disliked video on YouTube because it was a meme to dislike it. Everyone wanted to leave their mark. On the other hand, Black Ops 7 is not getting the same treatment, guys. Like, there is no hive-minded entity out there telling everyone to dislike bomb the trailer. Like, for Infinite Warfare's time, it was popular to dislike bomb the trailer. Right now, no. You don't see that. And just view countage wise, this Black Ops 7 trailer doesn't even have as many views as Infinite Warfare. And as, like, you know, the internet has grown over the years, there should be more views on the more recent Call of Duty titles, right? Black Ops 7's reveal trailer is just slightly above Vanguard's right now. And while it's only been a couple days and it still has a lot of time to grow, which we will shortly get into, all of these content creators and all of these fans are calling it this early, that it's just an Infinite Warfare situation all over again. But yeah, I guess that's why I'm here to tell you it's not. So let's get into the Black Ops 7 hate and what it's about, if you even want to call it hate. I don't believe it is. I think it's constructive criticism and a deeper analysis of what's really going on behind the scenes. It's not a conspiracy theory, it's just simply looking at what's happening. That's how I was able to predict what's going on right now last year. Before Black Ops 6 launched, I called this exact situation. I knew people were gonna dislike BO6. When there's a Black Ops 7 game attached to it for the next year and it's sucking the life out of Black Ops 6's development, I knew people were gonna hate that their $90 was wasted on Black Ops 6, and I knew people were gonna hate the fact that they've made 2 games in 4 years instead of spending 3 years on one game like they have for every other Call of Duty game before Modern Warfare 2.
What's that whole process like writing something as big as Infinite Warfare? How long does that take? What goes into it, and from yourself and for the team?
Well, we've been really really fortunate that this is the first time that in Infinity Ward's history we've had 3 years to make a Call of Duty game, and it's allowed us to not only invent this whole new universe, but to really work on a very, very deep immersive narrative.
Modern Warfare 2, 3, Black Ops 6, and 7 are part of this new era of COD that people are finally catching up with. Infinity Ward and Treyarch are the main developer studios right now, and Sledgehammer Games has been labeled as like a help studio where they help design year 2 of Call of Duty games now. It fully explains why Modern Warfare 2's live service was so dry, because they were all working on MW3, and it explains the exact same thing happening right now with Black Ops 6. It's not worth supporting, don't do it, don't pre-order Black Ops 7, it's just fueling bad game design. It's fueling deceptive marketing, and it's allowing publishers to cheapen their products while charging you double for what it's worth. Again, I don't see this as hate, I see this as constructive criticism. People see that Battlefield 7 is doing its theme right, and a lot of Call of Duty creators, including myself and Exclusive Ace, were saying that they need to add a filter, a cosmetic filter, to retain its theme, if they want to garner a lot of the support back for Black Ops 7. While all my friends personally would love this game to actually just keep its theme and have nothing else, that is the ideal. They've already announced that there's going to be carry forward, and the only way I seeing something, at least anything happening, is adding a filter. And a toggleable filter, this thing does not affect everyone. The people that want carry forward can have it. The people that don't want carry forward and want to be immersed like myself, we can have it. We can have the experience we want with that filter. And look at it this way, if the developers are given the option to just disable all silly skins altogether and never allow a silly skin not carry forward, that's gonna hurt a lot of people from Black Ops 6 that like that game, and you could say fuck them, but that's still hurting a lot of players, right? That's discouraging them from getting Black Ops 7. The filter benefits both parties is what I'm trying to say. And when both parties are happy, well, guess what? The developers are happy too, and so are the publishers for making, I guess, getting more players onto and into their game and enjoying themselves. Again, there's people like myself and Nero Cinema that have criticized this whole new movement system in Black Ops 7, where you can like wall jump. It was a feature that I wanted, of course, I've already said that, but the wall jumping gameplay they've shown us, to me, it looks like it's more of a slide cancel mechanic for the players that want to use and abuse movement in gunfights. It doesn't really look like something interesting to traverse maps. It's more comparable to like those people in Infinite Warfare that try to stay on the very top of the tippy top of the map, 50 feet in the air the entire match. They don't play the game as intended, they exploit the exploits. It seems more like that style of gameplay. And then even myself, I've criticized it with the campaign already too. With the jetpacks in the campaign, there was one scene, I'll try to play it right now if I can find the footage, where the character just jumps really high over the enemies and just, I guess, shoots them on their way down. This reminds me exactly of Warzone's low gravity mode. I don't even know what they called it, but it looks so sloppy. These jetpacks or thrusters, I guess, I don't know what you want to call them. They behave more like Advanced Warfare's exosuits, it looks like. We get a teleport, kind of, not a teleport, but just a burst into the air, straight up, really high, and then you ease back down to the ground. The map design simply is not built around it. In Advanced Warfare, we had maps like, I'll try to put some gameplay on the screen right now, we had maps like this, where there's just different rooftops you can jump to over and over and over again. Map design is something very important to me, and it's something I pay very close attention to, because, well, I guess when I was younger, a little bit of story time, guys. When I was younger, I wanted to be a map creator, and I did create a lot of maps in Minecraft when I first began, and then I started making maps in Fortnite, and now I'm looking forward to making maps in Battlefield 6, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, I just compare this to Advanced Warfare, and it's just not comparable. It looks lazily implemented. We'll have to see more, of course, but, yeah. Ouch. Another point to constructive criticism with the campaign reveal trailer that we just got. This, I want to say, politician girl, I guess, who is, looks like she's in charge of this robot army, saying how that we need this army for humanity and how it's good for us. She's the same person telling Mason that he's not going to live up to being a Mason.
You were never cut out to be a Mason.
Like his father. So yeah, good job revealing your twist villain, guys. Thank you so much. I mean, a lot of people seen it coming already, but you had to do that in the reveal trailer? Really? lots of care being put into this one, hey guys? It should be taking itself more seriously, especially if you want me to care about a dead villain that died 10 years prior to this game. They keep referencing this Menendez guy whose idea, I guess, is still alive 10 years later. This terrorist's ideas in what I'm presuming to be virtual reality. Someone has just implemented his brain or whatever, his ideologies into this VR scape. I'm not really sure how this VR scape works yet. It has to be virtual reality though, because they fall through a floor and then they're just playing in this virtual space, right? But it seems to be caused by gas in this trailer for some reason. Maybe they have DNI implements into their fleshy skin, into their big brains, like prior to this gas, and this gas kind of triggers something like a virus in it. I'm not really sure. Obviously, we haven't seen the campaign. That's just my theory. But yeah, we got another villain once again coming back from the dead. That bullet never hit me, guys. And like, God, oh my God. This whole like narrative where Mason's, like he can't live up to being a Mason, and apparently Menendez hasn't like let Mason go. His conscience, his virtual conscience, the fake AI version of Menendez is still angry at Mason. Like, holy shit, guys. What are we doing? And yeah, also just, it's goofy as fuck. You got giant ass knives in this world that are just being thrown at the floating islands that they're on, which is kind of weird. I don't know why there's floating islands when that was kind of the whole thing for Black Ops 3. So Black Ops 3 was a quick story time here. Side note, Black Ops 3 was about how this main character, his mind was degrading as he was dealing with death. Something that I thought was symbolic, or was supposed to be symbolic for Black Ops 3's main character, was the fabric of reality tearing itself apart. Floating islands and structures like that being part of it, right? It's his different memories and they're crumbling. Now it's just kind of the basic foundation of VR now. So yeah, made me a little disappointed. Oh yeah, and it's not just the giant knives, it's giant people too, yeah. We have a boss fight with a giant human in this VR space. Yeah. Yep. Let me get this straight. You want me to take a military campaign seriously when you got this? What? Sure. Okay. Oh, and another point for deeper analysis. Have you guys noticed how they flown creators out to their events just to tell them information to relay it back to us instead of doing it themselves? This is to avoid accountability. This is to make it harder to find information and harder to confirm it's true or not. Because guess what? Whatever the developers say behind the scenes, they aren't saying up front. It's harder to actually take their word and hold them accountable. I have a COD Grifters video coming out soon, which is actually a big part of it, so I'll show you more on that very soon. But that's enough of that. Let's get into the rest of the hate that Black Ops 7 is receiving. AI usage! Yes, once again, we got more AI usage. Yeah, it's been leaked on Steam. This game contains generative AI. Yep, one of the most profitable franchises in the world is using generative AI to, you know, fire devs, to force artists to lose their jobs. And they're not taking like a step down from this either. Like with Black Ops 6, you had zombies voice actors that just straight up left because they wouldn't sign their contracts to protect them from AI. They refused to do that. It's crazy. The disrespect is crazy. It's disgusting. And then I want to say another point to this hatred is that this game's just kind of a DLC update instead of feeling new. And this is also backed up by another creator that got flown out to the event to actually play the game himself. This was MrRoflWaffles. MrRoflWaffles. Yes. One of my favorite creators, to be honest, in the modern Call of Duty sphere. I love how he explains things. He's such a good creator. But yeah, he's from the zombie sphere, not the multiplayer one. He couldn't talk about any of the gameplay he's seen, but he had asked the devs a specific question, which I'm gonna play here so you guys can see it. You can go watch his video. I'll leave it linked in the description for after watching my video, but here is the quote from his video.
So the first thing I asked, there have been big systems changes game to game previously. What core systems changes are you making to distinguish this game from Black Ops 6 so that people feel it is worth the purchase price? That was my question. The answer was, we planned both of these as a cohesive package, BO6 and BO7, and we knew BO7 would be planned around that. it's going to be continuing a lot of the systemic work from 6. So I'd say the purchase would more be about the content you're playing in and experiencing, but there are definitely some new systems. And then somebody else cut in and said, there are definitely new systems to talk about later, there's a lot new. And then Kevin cut back in and said, but like the way perks, that's not going to change. So it seems like Kevin in that moment confirmed that the perks system from BO6 would be the same in BO7, but I can comment no further on that. So my question about making sure that the game is worth the purchase price was kind of met with a, it's not really a new systems situation, Captain. It's more just, as Kevin said, the experiences you're playing in, which presumably means the maps are going to be what the exciting thing is for them, rather than big systems changes. Now, I'm going to be super honest with you guys. That's not good. In my opinion, BO6 has pretty good gameplay, but if this is a year where it just feels like they could have been maps in BO6, what are we doing? Why are we paying $80 for it? You know what I mean? Like, I worry about that. I obviously don't want to judge it too soon. We've got time to wait still, and I'll talk about this more in depth later and in other videos, but I'm a big systems change enjoyer, and to get no systems changes means that the game is going to feel very samey on launch. It's going to mean that the excitement of learning a new sandbox is not going to be there if there aren't loads of new systems changes. Like, if augments are just back, if perks are just back, if field upgrades are just back, like, where's the experimentation going to be? It's just going to be using them again on a new map, which could have just been a BO6 DLC, right? So that's a concern for me. That's why I asked the question. That was the first question that I asked was, please justify this. And yeah, their answer was, it's about the new experiences.
So yeah, like MrRoflWaffles, I value a new feeling experience, like new movement, not just new maps with the exact same sort of movement systems and feel to it as the previous year. Like, I'm not paying $90 for an update. I want to pay for a new experience. This is why a lot of people are fed up with modern Call of Duty with MW2, 3, and Black Ops 6 and 7. When things could have just been DLC, they're not, and it just splits the community apart even more, which actually was like a talking point for DLC back when we had season passes. People argued that season passes were bad because they split the community apart. Well, guess what? They're doing it again now by splitting games apart. Modern Warfare 2 could have had a longer lasting life cycle, because if it had a year 2 with a lot of the MW3 content as its year 2 content, it's an expansion. It's no longer a separate game. We could still pay for the expansion, which would have been better than making it a separate game, because now you gotta download MW2 and MW3 separately, which are huge in size. And they also cheapen MW2 by putting some of those maps into MW3, but not all the maps, just a couple. And yeah, it's just a shit show. Now, the next point I want to make is that a lot of the hate is from the Call of Duty fans and the, I guess, the Battlefield fans as well, and just internet fans in general. They're all coming together to say that Battlefield 6, that beta that Battlefield 6 had, was super fun, super enjoyable. While Black Ops 6, on the other hand, the developers that made that game and are still supporting it are doing a piss poor job. Not a lot of people are happy with the content we're getting for Black Ops 6. The support has run dry. The quality of the game has been picked apart. It's been shown to be creatively bankrupt. The launch maps were poorly designed. The remade maps like WMD were like really badly reimagined. So yeah, if these are the same devs making both games, yikes. Yeah. I heard Sledgehammer Games is working on Black Ops 6 multiplayer, but that was only through leaks. That's not, I don't think that's been official. But hey, the maps in the Black Ops 7 trailer look pretty darn good. However, some of the areas look a little bit stereotypically futuristic, like this wall run I'm going to show you on screen right now. There's this blatantly obvious wall run. It's like putting yellow tarp in Vanguard on a climbable surface just to say, hey, you can climb here. Don't use your brain, just follow the yellow little flag. Jingle, jingle, here's the keys. It's one of those kind of wall runs, and it feels so obvious that I feel like I'm turning off my brain looking at it. I don't like it. Now, some people might argue that the support for Black Ops 6 is kinda low right now because the main developers, Treyarch, have moved on to Black Ops 7. Now, this would probably be the case, but that's just exposing a whole new issue. It's exposing a whole new excuse for the developers to not support a game that people already paid a full $90 for, expecting the regular Call of Duty support for. It's a live service game that's no longer getting the live service that we're, like, guaranteed. Why was this game $90 if they're not gonna support it like the previous one? And just so you guys know, I'm talking $90 because that's what it is Canadian, okay? You might be, a lot of you guys might be United States yens, whatever the fuck you are. It'd be $70 for USD, but yeah, 90 Canadian. But yeah, to quote another famous YouTuber, his name is Fooly. Never wrong, just early. I warned you guys last year that this would be the case. In worst case scenario, Black Ops 6 and 7 launching back to back together would lead to a lot of backlash, especially for the people that enjoyed Black Ops 6. I might even make a video on this just to prove how right I was, how bang on I got this, cause oh damn, that aged well. Please tell me in the comments if you want to see that. Oh my god, I almost forgot. Yeah, to compare this to like Infinite Warfare again, I don't remember people actually playing the Battlefield 1 beta before Infinite Warfare and dunking on it in the same way. Like, I don't know, someone might argue that the yearly release of COD was getting to people, but that's like totally different to what we have now, where it's one game being split into two and charging us $90 for the same game twice. Totally different scenario. Black Ops 3 was the game that came up previously too, and that game was hella supported, and it got a year 2 as well. People loved Black Ops 3 year 2, especially with the Zombies Chronicles edition. Again, like, that's how you do it right. You do Zombies Chronicles, an expansion, a paid expansion. But yeah, there's like none of this fake marketing crap. There's no 4 years of development time for Infinite Warfare. So much of the points just don't exist for Infinite Warfare that do for Black Ops 7. Like, even like skill-based matchmaking, one of those, in my opinion, non-issues. Like, that's something that people have brought up as being an issue for Black Ops 7. That's something that's been leading to the dislikes, but I feel like we would have seen that last year and the year before that and the year before that on those reveal trailers too, but no, we didn't. Even for Vanguard, like, one of those Call of Duties that was so... the hype was so dead for Vanguard. Like, people were just kind of tired of World War II, right? Looking at that reveal trailer and comparing that to, like, Black Ops 7, Black Ops 7's reveal trailer is at 33 million views, while Vanguard's is at 27 million, so they're just like 5 million off from one another. It's not too big of a gap. Meanwhile, Vanguard is sitting at 183,000 likes for its reception being pretty stale too. That's pretty darn good compared to Black Ops 7, where Black Ops 7's only at 46,000 likes. Vanguard has 5 million less views and that much more likes. That is kind of crazy. And then we can also compare that to Black Ops Cold War. This was 4 years ago. It's Treyarch's last game before Black Ops 6, right? And it's got 14 million views, which is like less than half of what Treyarch's current Call of Duty trailer is getting right now. The current one's at 32 million, this one's at 14 million, so less than half. And look at the likes, 485,000. That's over 10 times the amount of likes, with half the views. Also, hello again, Mattsuki here from the future. It has been almost now a week since this game has, since this trailer has dropped. It's been 7 days. Justin! Gravity! I'm filming, man!
Hello?
Alrighty, technical difficulties aside. So, it's been almost a week since this trailer dropped. We're at 46 million views, and this is just edging really close behind Infinite Warfare's, which is also at around 47 million views. So as you can see, the ratio to ratio comparison here, we're at 55k likes on Black Ops 7 versus 667 likes on Infinite Warfare. It's about, I believe, 12 times more likes on Infinite Warfare's trailer than Black Ops 7's. And I decided to take this like a little bit of a step further to see the dislike counter for each of these as well, which actually we do see a little bit more similarities here. We see 86% dislikes on Infinite Warfare's versus 88% on Black Ops 7's. So based on the amount of people that are actually engaging in the like and dislike buttons, it is almost the same percentage-wise between the two, but at the same time, You can see here that Infinite Warfare's is getting a lot more engagement through the comment section. The Infinite Warfare's is at 720,000 comments, whereas Black Ops 7's is at 47,000 comments. So yeah, roughly I want to say we're getting around like what, 15 times more comments on Infinite Warfare's. The only I guess conclusion I can make out of this is that Infinite Warfare received a lot more hate due to bandwagons on the internet. I feel like that Black Ops 7's is a lot more general consensus rather than a little bit of a hate bandwagon per se. It's a bit more natural on Black Ops 7. Infinite Warfare, that was abnormal as fuck. No Call of Duty trailer was getting stuff like that for its time. But yeah, I guess to conclude my video on why Infinite Warfare is not the same as Black Ops 7, I just wanted to say that these people comparing Black Ops 7 to Infinite Warfare, now with the hindsight of Infinite Warfare actually being a really good, high-quality Call of Duty game, especially the campaign, with the hindsight of it being an underrated gem, these people saying that it's the same as Black Ops 7 are subtly saying that Black Ops 7 could very well be as good as Infinite Warfare was. Unfortunately, I think that with my intro to this video, showcasing the campaigns of both games, both the campaign trailers, we can see that Black Ops 7 is not about tragic loss, and it's not about the toll that war takes on our main crew, our main cast of characters. They sort of semi-do this sort of like comparison between David Mason and Reyes from Infinite Warfare, where they are both characters, the main characters that are struggling to hold their crews together. But I think with Black Ops 7's like direct, where we had a little bit of dev talk with the interviews and the trailer itself, we kind of have a different narrative than what they are sort of pushing, and I'll let that play out right here.
David is a true leader, but he's riddled with doubts. He's always worried, did he do the right thing? That fear is really the basis of this story.
Under the authority of now Commander Troy Marshall, David now leads a new JSOC unit, codenamed Spectre 1. As the world spirals into uncertainty, David must hold his team together.
Now, I question, is he holding his team together, or is his team holding him together?
Pull it together, man!
Another, like, quick thing that I think is also strange is that they didn't really hammer down on Black Ops 7 being a remaster/remake of Black Ops 2, when that seems like a really obvious selling point of the game, right? Black Ops 2 is regarded as one of the best Call of Duty games, and they are barely taking advantage of that. They've only showcased 3 multiplayer maps from Black Ops 2, but unfortunately, these 3 Black Ops 2 maps have been remastered in, like, countless Black Ops games since then. It's so weird to me that they chose these 3 when we just had them, all 3 of them, in Cold War. We just had Raid in Black Ops 3. It's like, why? Why? And WMD for Black Ops 6 too, like, I don't get it. We just had it in BO4, we just had it in Black Ops Cold War. So why again? Unlike Infinite Warfare, this is trying to be more like Black Ops 2, whereas when Infinite Warfare came out, it was bundled with Modern Warfare Remastered. We got the best of both worlds back then. I really wish it was the same now. Oh my god, it would have been such a banger year if they'd remastered Black Ops 2 and released a proper sequel to Black Ops 2. Like, fuck, I would love to have played the Black Ops 2 campaign in preparation for Black Ops 7, right? Tell me you wouldn't. You can't. And then there's the whole zombies aspect too. Infinite Warfare zombies was so unique. It was so much different than, like, compared to Black Ops 3 zombies. Black Ops 3 was like heavy in story, it was rich in story, and it was also the 3rd or 4th installation of an ongoing story. Infinite Warfare's was a standalone. It was about just fun and I guess silliness on the surface, but then if you dig deeper, you get to learn more about Willard Wyler and his sort of tragic backstory. But yeah, all in all, it was just a Scooby-Doo funny little skirmish, I guess. And then, yeah, what we know about Black Ops 7, especially through, like as I've said before, MrRoflWaffles, it's going to be very, very similar to Black Ops 6. I think the fact that a lot of content creators are trying to deny this and say that Black Ops 7 is its own game, meanwhile the community can see BO7 for what it really is, there's kind of a disconnect there, and I think that's why these content creators that I showcased at the start of the video, calling this an Infinite Warfare situation, I feel like this is why they come off as so tone deaf. They're in denial. Oh, and then also I wanted to say that this is not like Infinite Warfare because campaign-wise, we've heard that the final mission of Black Ops 7 is supposed to be this sort of like massive multiplayer DMZ style level with 32 players, so it's not going to be as cinematic or immersive as Infinite Warfare's final level. And holy fuck, if you ever played Infinite Warfare's campaign, you know how good that final mission was. It was the best one in that campaign. It's where the whole story ties together and all the emotions hit you at once. If you're wanting to buy a Call of Duty this year, buy Infinite Warfare. Fuck Black Ops 7. We already know Infinite Warfare is a good game. Get that game right now. If Black Ops 7's good, just wait for after launch, see what people say about it. Buy it then. Do not pre-order. And to all these content creators that I was talking about at the start of the video.
So with this game, it looks like it's shaping up to be
Infinite Warfare trailer all over again.
Wow! Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
My favorite game's name, Infinite Warfare.
Out your fucking mouth!
See ya, bye. Drop a like and subscribe.
Holy shit, they're getting railed. These guys are getting fucking deep fried, bro. Mattsuki's taking a fat shit in their mouth.